touchdown, and it's just been sort of a spiral ever since then. McMurray just can't get out of that right now.
Yeah, you got to play smart, sound football, and we actually talked about that in the press conference. They want to get back to basics, getting the snap right, getting, the formations right, the play call right, get back to basics, and I think that they're going to preach a lot of that here at halftime, and hopefully that'll pay off here in the second half.
And maybe if they could get going with a strong start to the third quarter, they could get this good crowd back into the ballgame. There's a nice crowd here supporting the Warhawks. The students are back, and, with the 6-4 2023 and 7-3 last year in a Conference Co-Championship, a lot of anticipation for the Warhawks this season to be maybe making that next step up in Division III football. And so a good crowd here tonight. Maybe if they could make some key plays early in the third quarter, get the crowd back going again, that may hopefully play a factor for the Warhawks if they can mount a rally in this ball game.
Yeah, they're only down 2 scores, so they're definitely still in this ball game. They got to play sound, they got to play discipline, and not make those mistakes with the penalties, the personal fouls. College football is really cracking down on the personal fouls and the taunting and all that. You got to play smart. You got to keep your wits about you and play smart football. And if they do that in the second half, they'll definitely be right back in this ball game.
Earlier, we had a chance to visit with Jordan Neal about his staff for the 2025 season. Some changes have been made. He'll tell you more about that when our halftime show continues, and you're listening to Warhawk Football on the Patriot. Yeah. that's why those brakes just started firing off, as opposed to, yep. I don't think they've got anybody yet. And Schreiner's leaving too. And so that was sort of a. I think they would have preferred to have stayed in the SCAC, but if Hardin Simmons and McMurray were Hardin Simmons and Mary Hardin Baylor, they offered $9 million. A little hard for a school like McMurray to turn that down. Because Hardin Simmons and Mary Hardin Baylor, their options, there's nobody wants to be in that league, and they didn't want to have to move to NAIA, and they couldn't go up to Division III. And the only other Division III leagues involve lots of travel. Well, if it's the postseason tournament, they'll help you with that. They'll pay for that.
But they're definitely still in this ball game. You got to keep that in mind. They're only down 2 scores, so a couple of good stops, and if you can get something going on offense, definitely still in this ball game.
So 24-11, it was points. McMurray trailed early 7-0, and then kicked the field goal. No, it was 10-0, and then they kicked the field goal to make it 10-3. And then a long touchdown pass made it 17-3. McMurray got the touchdown that they had, and then the 2-point conversion on a crazy play that wound up being they were trying to PAT kick, but a bad snap. And then Cason O'Shield started running around all over the place and eventually found his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Made it 17-11, but then a halfback option pass by the Southwestern Pirates to up the lead to 24-11. And that's where we stand, about ready to start the second half of this ball game here at Wilford Moore Stadium tonight. The lights are on. Clouds are starting to build up a little bit, but it is still for a Saturday night in September. It is absolutely gorgeous out here.
We just Dustin just pointed out the moon in the distance.
All right, full moon. That's the problem. It's a full moon. That's what's wrong with McMurray tonight. It's the bad moon rising. McMurray dressed in black jerseys with black pants, white numerals, and, of course, the maroon helmet with the Warhawk wings on the side. The visitors from Georgetown, who will be receiving the kickoff to start the third quarter of the ball game, white jerseys with black numerals, white pants, and a black helmet with the Southwestern Pirate insignia on the side. Kicking off will be McMurray. They'll be defending the north goal here at Wilford Moore Stadium. The wind has died down completely. For West Texas, this is so unusual. It's a very pleasant Saturday night temperature-wise, and there's no wind out here.
It's funny you say that. This whole year, really. Normally it's super windy in West Texas, but the wind has been pretty tame this year overall.
And the temperatures, last year we had 100-degree days, day after day after day, and we've had it's been a warm summer, but it has not been that brutally hot summer.
Exactly.
So the Warhawks got the ball teed up at the north 35-yard line. The advance on the ball, and it was a kick that's recovered by Southwestern to the 45-yard line.
Got a flag on the play.
Might be offsides against McMurray from where that flag was thrown. And Southwestern will have good field position to start this drive at the 45-yard line. Pending the outcome of the penalty, it's going to be 5 yards against McMurray. Another one of those 5-yard mark-offs. And you can hear some of the McMurray fans down below already. Oh, come on. We've had 1 second roll off the clock, and McMurray's already been hit with another penalty here to start the third quarter of the ballgame. So Southwestern's field position gets even better. They start this drive just inside their half of the 50-yard line. So the ball on the near hash mark. Sims at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers out wide to the right, which is the wide side of the field. 1 receiver out wide to the left, which is the short side. And they're going to run the ball up the middle. This is Phillips. And a solid wall of black shirts bring him down for no gain on the play. So the McMurray defense charged with trying to slow down these Pirates and then maybe helping get the offense going a little bit. They maybe gained about a half yard there, Chad. We've gone from the Southwestern half of the 50-yard line to the McMurray half of the 50-yard line.
The gray area.
That's right. If you've not seen the new field here at McMurray, it's these alternating 5-yard patches of the maroon, the school color, and gray. First year that we've had this new turf. Play action, throw downfield. Pass is going to be at the 41-yard line. They're going to say he caught it. That's going to be a gain of 9 yards on that pass play. A very good diving catch in front of the Southwestern bench over on the far sideline. Now make it 3rd down and 1 for Southwestern at the McMurray 41-yard line. Sims has done a nice job at quarterback for Southwestern.
That was Garrett Enderlide who made that catch. That was a great catch. You got to give him credit for that catch.
Stayed inbounds, makes it 3rd down and 1. Ball over on the far hash mark. Southwestern moving from south to north here at Wilford Moore Stadium, or from right to left as you look at your radio. Single wide receivers at wide to each sideline. 3 men in the backfield. As Sims, the quarterback, hands off. The ball carrier brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Great penetration there by the Warhawks to bring the ball carrier down for a loss back of the 44-yard line. And helping to make that play from McMurray is going to be Jackson Harris, the junior defensive end from Kilgore, and that forces a punt. So McMurray defense does its job, and Southwestern will have to punt the ball away, even though they started this drive, Chad, in great field position.
Yeah, Harris came out there and met him in the backfield. They lose yardage. You got to give the defensive line a lot of credit. They are maintaining gap responsibility. They are clogging up the run, and really good stand there by the Warhawks.
So Southwestern will have to punt the ball away. 12:58 left to go, third quarter. High kick. McMurray will call for the fair catch at the 7-yard line. Well, Cason O'Shields called for the fair catch, and it was Trey Alvarez who made the catch. But it will be first down and 10, but McMurray will start deep at its own end of the field, back here at the 7-yard line. So they've got a long way to go. But at this point, if you could just make a couple of first downs and then play the field position game as you try to battle back from this 13-point deficit.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge drive for the Warhawks. They got to establish some momentum here and, like you said, get it down, at least flip the field as far as field position, and hopefully put some points on the board.
They'll start with the ball at the 7-yard line. Jess holding the ball game at quarterback. Tedrick Williams will join him in the backfield. Warhawks will have two wide receivers out wide to the right side, which is the wide side of the field, with the ball over on the far hash mark. McMurray moving from left to right or north to south. Hull dumps the ball off. Pass complete. And the receiver across the 10 to about the 12-yard line. Making that catch is Rhett Butler, the sophomore tight end from Waxahachie. And it will be a gain of about 5 yards on the play. And it gets the Warhawks a little bit out of that hole as they're starting this back deep in their own end of the field. And was there another penalty? Yes. And a penalty against McMurray.
Looks like a chop block, it looked like.
So half the distance to the goal line.
And that's what we were just talking about at halftime, David. Those smart, you got to be smart and not get those penalties that cost you like that.
Well, that wipes out the gain. It'll now be 1st and 13. Half the distance of the goal line. Line of scrimmage is the 6-yard line of McMurray. Warhawks have the ball. Quarterback is standing right at the goal line. Wants to throw. Throws to the near sideline. And the pass will be complete. Making the catch out here is going to be Thomas Chandler. Gets it to about the 14-yard line. And so that'll be a pickup. Gives the Warhawks a little bit of breathing room. They now have a 2nd down and 15 at their own 14-yard line. Pick up the first down. Check that. It's going to be 2nd and 5. So positive gain there. Manageable situation here for the Warhawks with a 2nd down and 5 as they snap the ball their own 7-yard line. Another pass complete. This time Carmelis Card. He's got the first down across the 25-yard line. Nice gain of about 11 yards on that pass play, and that'll move the sticks for the first down from McMurray.
Beautiful play call there. I think they're recognizing that they're playing soft against Carmelis Card. He just walks up a few yards, turns around, makes the catch. That's just a nice pitch and catch play right there.
Double slot formation from McMurray. Two wide receivers out wide to each sideline, but the ball is on the near hash mark. So the sidelines to Hull's right, wide side of the field to his left. He's joined in the backfield. I believe that's Burton in there right now at running back for McMurray on this 1st down and 10 play from the 25-yard line. Hand off up the middle. The ball carrier for the Warhawks will tippy-toe his way out close to the 28, maybe the 29-yard line. And that is a positive pickup there of about 3 yards for the Warhawks to make it 2nd down and 7. Still lots of time in this ball game. 11-12 left to go, third quarter. With Southwestern leading 24-13 over 24-11, over McMurray. Gain of maybe 3 yards on that last carry. 2nd down and 7. Hull wants to throw. Now he's in trouble behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be sacked back inside the 25-yard line. Good penetration there by the Southwestern Pirates. McMurray had nowhere to go with the ball. Hull was trying to get out and try to create a play, but he was just hemmed in and had to go down.
Yeah, it was good penetration there by Southwestern on the front, and he just had nowhere to go. He got caught up in the middle and lost yardage. I think he lost a couple of yards there.
3rd and 12 now from McMurray. The line of scrimmage, the 24-yard line to pick up the first down. The Warhawks have got to get past their 36-yard line. Clock rolling with 10.5 minutes left to go, third quarter. Double slot formation with two wide receivers out wide to each sideline. Ball on the near hash mark. Hull takes the snap, looking to throw. Now he'll run with the ball, and he's across the 30, gets to the 34-yard line. It's about 2 yards short on the quarterback scramble, what they need for the first down. But Hull showing some mobility there, and the Warhawks are going to go ahead and send in the punt team now. And so the Southwestern defense does its job and forces the Warhawks to punt the ball away.
Yeah, like what we were talking about, you got to play the field position game here. Hopefully get it down the field and flip the field so you can get a short field on your next position.
This is going to be Phillips back deep to receive the kick. It's a single safety back deep awaiting the punt by Jax Rodriguez for McMurray. Line of scrimmage is the 34-yard line of the Warhawks. And now a timeout is called by McMurray. Interesting decision here by McMurray.
Timeout, Warhawks.
And now Jordan Neal wants the players to huddle around him. Jordan is the 23rd head coach in the history of McMurray football. Neal, of course, was an all-state quarterback just down the street at Cooper High School, then was a record-setting quarterback at Hardin-Simmons. Neal was an assistant at Howard Payne, Texas Lutheran, and Hendrix College before being named the head coach of McMurray in December of 2018. And, of course, the last 2 years, the Warhawks went 6-4. In 2023, they went 6-4. And then last year, 7-3, and won a conference co-championship in their first year in the SCAC. And so the program's certainly headed in the right direction, although tonight it's just been one of those nights for the Warhawks. They just have not been able to get out of their own way. After the timeout, the Warhawks will have to punt the ball away. 9:27 showing on the third quarter clock. Still 24-11, Southwestern with the lead. Rodriguez, the punter for McMurray, standing back here inside the 20-yard line at the 19. Awaiting the snap. It's a good one. Good kick. Phillips gets away at the 25 to the 30, taken out of bounds along the near sideline. Good tackle along the near sideline. Good solid play there. And Southwestern will get the ball back with a first down and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That was a great punt there.
That's the best punt of the night for Rodriguez. And Southwestern, with a 13-point lead, will get the ball back at the 31-yard line, their own 31-yard line. The wind has sprung back up from the east-northeast, but it's just a pleasant breeze tonight, not some of those gale force winds that we've played at before here at Wilford Moore Stadium or any other game in West Texas.
Good old West Texas wind.
First down and 10. Southwestern with the ball at its own 31-yard line. They're moving from right to left or from south to north here at Wilford Moore Stadium. They've got two wide receivers bunched out wide to the right side, single wide receiver out wide to the left, which is the short side of the field. But they run the ball up the middle, handoff, ball carrier across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Good gain of 6, maybe 7 yards on that carry before the tackle is made. And carrying the ball for Southwestern just then, that is going to be Tyson Williams, a junior from Cuero, Texas.
Dylan Davis, free safety in on that stop.
Dylan, a former Cooper Cougar, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Gain of 5 on that carry. New line of scrimmage, the 36-yard line of Southwestern. 3 down linemen defensively for the Warhawks. Shotgun formation awaiting the snap. Handoff again. And this time the ball carrier maybe gains a yard. A wall of black-shirted McMurray defenders making sure he didn't go much further than that.
Big third down coming up here, David.
You about Dylan Davis. He was one of McMurray's top defenders with 29 tackles last year, an interception as well as a fumble recovery. Senior who played down the street at Cooper High School. Third down and 5. Southwestern with the ball at its own 36-yard line. To pick up the first down, they've got to get beyond their 41-yard line. Two wide receivers out wide to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Play action, deep pass down the far side. That's going to be way over the intended receiver's head at the 30-yard line. Overthrew him, even though he had a step or two on the McMurray defender. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 7:57 left to go, and the McMurray defensive unit once again forces a 3 and out. So McMurray's defensive unit is starting to do its job here in the second half of this ball game, now forcing another punt by Southwestern. And by doing so a little bit further back in Southwestern's end of the field, Warhawks should have better field position to start this drive than their last one.
Exactly. The McMurray defense did their job. Now they got to flip the field, hopefully get better field position, and put themselves in a position to put points on the board.
Here's the punt by the Pirates. It's a spinning kick. McMurray will watch it hop. It's going to be fielded back here at the 15-yard line. Wall of blockers at the 20, to the 25, to the 30, down the near sideline, to the 40. Oh, wow, he takes a pop at the 42-yard line, but a splendid return there by the McMurray Warhawks. But I see a flag here at the 33-yard line. With that return from McMurray, that was Omari Johnson, a Fort Worth freshman. And once again, it appears that McMurray has shot itself in the foot with another penalty, as he had the ball beyond the 40-yard line, but McMurray is already moving back. They're going to mark it off from the point of the infraction, which was the 34-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Warhawks at their own 24-yard line. We've got 7:43 left to go. Still no scoring here in the third quarter of the ball game. It was 24-11 in favor of Southwestern at the half, and that's where we still stand here midway through the third quarter. McMurray gets its mitts on the ball once again. Ball on the near hash mark. So the sidelines to Hole's right, wide side of the field to his left. Two wide receivers out wide of that left side. Single receiver out wide to the right. Running play here for the Warhawks, and nowhere to run with the ball, and he cuts back inside, and he'll be tackled there by a linebacker. Maybe he lost a yard on that play. That's good penetration there by Southwestern. The Pirates are a solid ball club. They went 4-6 a year ago.
Did you say, David, that sweep didn't sweat?
That sweep did not sweep. And it's a loss of a yard back to the 23-yard line. Second down and 11 for McMurray, which has just had trouble all night long getting anything going offensively. They throw to the near sideline. Pass is incomplete. Pass was intended along the near sideline for Carmelis Card. The pass a little bit too tall for him, and going up for it, it was off his fingertips, and now that brings up third down and 11. The Warhawks just have not been able to establish anything offensively. It's been really spurts in this ball game.
They just can't seem to get that rhythm going, like you said.
So now facing a third down and 11 from their own 23-yard line. Slot formation out wide to the right side. Three wide receivers out wide to the left. Hole looking to throw. Still has the ball, and he'll be tackled for a loss back at the 21-yard line. That pocket collapsed around him pretty quickly, and Hole goes down at the 21-yard line. A little slow getting up right now, and McMurray will have to punt the ball away again.
You know, we've seen that several times where the pocket collapses. He goes to run up the middle, and he doesn't have anywhere to run the ball.
You know, last year he was McMurray's leading rusher, had 400 yards of rushing for a quarterback. But tonight, the lanes just have not been there open for him to be able to create very much, and good coverage downfield. He has had good coverage by Southwestern's defensive backs, and he's had nowhere to go with the ball. Here's the punt by Rodriguez. Another line drive kick, fielded at the 36-yard line. This is Phillips with the return, and he's upended at the 44-yard line. Good open field tackle there on special teams by McMurray. But it will be a first down and 10 for Southwestern with 6:10 left to go here in the third quarter of the ball game. Next week we'll be across town at Hardin-Simmons. 6 o'clock start for that one. Chad and I will be on the air at 5:40 when the Warhawks will be playing the Hardin-Simmons Cowboys, who are in action tonight. Their season opener, they're playing at Chapman out in California. That'll be a late night for the Cowboys.
Like I said before the game, I know coaches always preach one game at a time, but I guarantee you that game has been circled on the calendar.
It has been. So last night we had the crosstown showdown in high school football with Abilene High versus Cooper. And then next Saturday night we'll have the crosstown showdown in college football when the Warhawks face the Cowboys over there at Shelton Stadium. First down and 10 here for the Pirates, still leading by 13 points over McMurray from the 41-yard line. Sweep play here, and the raw ball carrier brought down for a loss on the play back at the 35-yard line. Oh, great penetration there by the Warhawks. And helping to make that tackle, that's going to be Davis again, coming up from, check that. That's going to be Cole Rehop, sophomore from Bernie.
And that sweep definitely did not get swept.
That was a loss of 7 yards on that play to the right side. So Rehop, sophomore from Bernie, 6'1", 195 pounds. Boy, that was a huge tackle in the open field over on the far side. So now Southwestern plays from behind the sticks. And now we've got a timeout here. Stopping the clock with 5:34 left to go in the third quarter.
I think that was an official timeout.
Yep. So we're back to action now. Second down and about 17 needed for the first. Quarterback for Southwestern keeps play action. Deep pass down the middle of the field. And he's got his man at the 30-yard line. Good tackle there by McMurray, but not before. It's going to be a huge gainer. And making the tackle for the Warhawks,
Raymond Stanley.
Yeah, the sophomore from New Braunfels. But that was a splendid. They connected there. He was at full stride when he made that catch inside the McMurray 30 to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, just a simple post route down the sideline here. Stanley made a touchdown-saving tackle there.
4:51 left to go third quarter. First down and 10. Southwestern with the ball at the Warhawk 29-yard line. Sims' pass complete to the 25 to the 20, taken out of bounds over on the far side of the field, but a gain of 8 yards on that pass play to the right side. So Southwestern now in the red zone of McMurray, or pretty close to it. That's going to say it's the 21-yard line. So let's get a measurement. That's going to be a gain of 8. Second down and 2. The line of scrimmage will be the 21 of McMurray. Ball over on the far hash mark. So Sims will have the sidelines to his right, wide side of the field to his left. And they run a bunch formation right now. No wide receivers. A couple of tight ends over here on the left side, which is the wide side of the field. Sims awaiting the snap. Hands off up the middle, but the ball carrier met behind the line of scrimmage. Good tackle there by the Warhawks.
And off to number 22.
Tackle made on the play for the Warhawks. Get that young man so he gets some proper credit on the play for McMurray. It was a good tackle there for the Warhawks. And that's going to be Eric Tonchi, former Cooper Cougar. So that's going to be a loss back to the 23-yard line. So it's now going to be third down and about 4 needed for the first for the Southwestern Pirates.
3rd and 3.
Slot formation out wide to the left. Quarterback awaiting the snap in the gun formation, looking down the middle of the field. Now he's going to run with the ball. He's to the 20. Flag is thrown. He's tackled out of bounds, but that might be a holding call, and that first down run by the quarterback might be coming back.
Yes, that's definitely in the area of holding, so look for a holding call here. Back him up 10 yards, and I might get close to taking him out of field goal range.
Well, their kicker did have a long run. I'm trying to remember, like a 47-yarder in the first half of the ball game that made it 10-0 at the time, and it is a holding penalty that will wipe out that first down run by the quarterback. Let's see where they put the ball down. Clock is stopped with 3:46 left to go. Scoreless third quarter so far, 24-11. Southwestern still with the lead that they had at halftime. Neither team has been able to crack the scoreboard here at the second half. But now it's going to be third and about 14 needed for the first down. Line of scrimmage is the 33-yard line of McMurray to pick up the first down. The Pirates have got to get to the 19 of the Warhawks. Play action. Quarterback is going to hand off, and it's going to be a gain to about the to the 28-yard line. So that's going to bring up fourth down for Southwestern. And they are apparently going to send in the kick team. This is Lanham coming in. He's been successful on a field goal already. And this one will be even shorter than the one he had in the first half. This will be a 45-yard field goal try. He'll be kicking, and he's in the middle of the field in relation to the sidelines. 24-13 is our score. 3:06 showing on the clock. Southwestern about ready to attempt a 45-yard field goal try. The snap, the spot, the kick is on its way. And the kick is going to be...
No good.
No good.
Off to the left.
So the McMurray Warhawk defensive unit does its job once again. Now, McMurray's defense has done everything they can. They have kept Southwestern off the board so far here in the third quarter of the ball game. And now it's the offense that needs to get something going. It's just been a tough sledding for the Warhawks tonight.
That's a small win that they can build on. Like you said, the defense, did their job and gave it back to the offense, and the offense just really needs to put some yards down the field and put some points on the board.
Burton will be in the backfield along with Jess Hull after the field goal that is no good by Southwestern to keep our score 24-11. If you're wondering how we got the 11, McMurray scored a touchdown, but on the conversion try, it was going to be a PAT kick, but a bad snap, and Casey O'Shields scrambled around and eventually got into the end zone for a touch and a safety. A 2-point conversion. Running play here, and flags are down all over the place at the 30-yard line.
That's going to be a face mask. It's going to be another 15 yards.
Graylin Burton was the ball carrier for the Warhawks. Graylin, a sophomore from Paradise. Officials talking this over at the 30-yard line.
They ripped his helmet off.
Holding against McMurray. personal foul face mask against Southwestern, offsetting penalties.
Offset, so it was a face mask. I was like, I know I'm not seeing things, David.
So it remains first down.
Offsetting penalty.
First and 10. McMurray will still have the ball at the 28-yard line. 2:47 left to go here in the third quarter. Warhawks will run a double slot formation, fall squarely in the middle of the field in relation to the sidelines. Two wide receivers out wide to each sideline. Running play here for the Warhawks. Burton, and he dives his way out to about the 35-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 7 yards on that carry for the Warhawks. Check that. That's going to be Tedrick Williams. Yeah, Tedrick Williams. That 0 and the 6 look pretty similar. That was Williams, the ball carrier. Gained 7 yards to make it now second down and 3 for the Warhawks at their own 35-yard line. Trailing by 13 points. This time the throw to Williams. He's got the first down. Still on his feet, just shy of the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 4 yards on that pass play, but that should be enough for the first down, and they do indeed move the sticks for a rare McMurray first down here in the second half of the ball game.
That swing passes seem to work for him most of the day, so if it keeps working, I would keep going back to it and see, just keep going down the field.
We're under 2 minutes left to go, third quarter of the ball game. 24-11, Southwestern with the lead over the Warhawks here at Wilford Moore Stadium in Abilene tonight. Double slot formation. Hull might be changing the play here. Long count on first down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Near sideline pass complete. Carmelis Card across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Gain of 6 yards on that pass play. Actually a gain of 7 yards to make it second down and 3. So the Warhawks with the quick passing game might be finally finding something here to give them a little traction against the Pirate defense.
Finally finding that rhythm on offense, making some short throws, some completions, and that's what you need to get that offense going.
Second and 3 for the Warhawks from their own 46-yard line. Hull wants to throw, dumps it off across the middle, pass complete. This is Carmelis Card into Pirate territory inside the 45 to the 41-yard line.
David, that was a great job by Jess Hull staying in the pocket, with the pressure right in his face to get that ball off to Carmelis Card down the field.
And the fans starting to get back into this ball game. A nice drive here for the Warhawks, the most consistent one they've had so far in the second half of this ball game. They've got a first down and 10 at the 42-yard line of Southwestern. Running play here. Hull still has the ball, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Run pass option, and Hull, once again, they've done a nice job. Southwestern has done a nice job here tonight containing Jess Hull.
Yeah, that RPO just didn't develop like it was supposed to, and he just had nowhere to go with the ball when he tucked it and tried to run with it.
And he's going to lose yardage. That's going to be a 5-yard loss, and so it makes it second and 15. So the Warhawks playing behind the sticks. Final minute, third quarter. The new line of scrimmage is going to be the 46-yard line of Southwestern. Warhawks on the move from left to right. Hull, deep drop, looking, dumps it off. Pass is going to be dropped at the 45-yard line. Burton, the intended receiver, did have a wall of blockers in front of him. Maybe took his eye off of the ball, and it will result in an incomplete pass to bring up now third down and long for the Warhawks.
Yeah, that was a nice setup on the screenplay there, but he just couldn't hang on to the ball, and he looked like he had some real estate in front of him to make up some good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line.
Third and 4.
There they go. The downs marker finally gets flipped over to 3. So it's third down for McMurray. Third down and about 15 needed for the first down. Hull looking to throw. Pass complete. This is Alvarez to the 40. He's inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line. Nice gain on the play, but now the Warhawks facing a decision. You've got fourth down and about 3 needed for the first down as the clock is winding down for the end of the third quarter here at Wilford Moore Stadium.
I think there's no question about it. You got to go for it here.
I think that's exactly what they're going to do, and they're going to have some time to talk about that as we get to the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, our score remains Southwestern 24, McMurray 11. Warhawk football returns in a moment on the Patriot.
Your score, Pirates 24, your Warhawks 11.
101.7 The Patriot. One doorbell game catching raccoons at 3 a.m. 2 3-way screens, 3 gaming consoles, plus an AI bot helping you know your kid being out for homework. Is your internet sweating? Let's Text Connect brings high bandwidth that just works. Home Wi-Fi that actually gets to the back of the house. It's so fuzzy, no games. You only need that quick text and the cash. Get in at WTConnect.com.
My name is Brian, and honestly, I love college. Like, trading. It's easy. That convenience of being able to order through your app is just unmatched. When I posted trading, those numbers won't be here for long. Thank you so much.
Now, back to McMurray Warhawk football on 101.7 The Patriot.
We start the fourth quarter of the ball game. Jess Hull trying to scramble with the ball, looking for somebody to throw it to, being chased. Now he throws downfield. Pass is going to be incomplete, and that was a fourth down play. And so once again, the Warhawks on a fourth down conversion try come up empty-handed. Even though the receiver did make the catch at the 35-yard line, he was still short of what he needed for the first down, and the ball goes over on downs to Southwestern as the Pirates maintain their 24-11 lead as we start the fourth quarter of the ball game.
Southwestern is getting real, pressure up the middle there, and Jess Hull just has nowhere to go when he starts to scramble with the ball, and he just has to try to make things happen, and he almost had it there, but came up about a yard short, it looks like.
Southwestern has done a nice job defensively, really containing Jess Hull,
Yes.
and the effectiveness that he has at quarterback, that he has not been able to use his full range of skills, as Southwestern has pretty well bottled him up most of the night. And the Pirates, leading by 13 points, get the ball back with the first down of 10 at the 35-yard line. Now here in the fourth quarter, Southwestern defending the north goal here at Wilford Moore Stadium, and they're moving from north to south. McMurray defending the south goal. The wind, though, absolutely, positively no factors. We look at Old Glory in the southeast corner of Wilford Moore Stadium, and it's barely limp down there right now. So first down and 10 for Southwestern. And we're having some issue here with the clock. They're trying to talk to the officials. We're talking to Jordan Neal. Trying to get something done here. I don't think they've had the referees, the referee mic has not worked all night long. So they're trying to get a new time set on the clock. So that's why we've had a stoppage of play. And now they've got it, the bookkeeping is done.
The bookkeeping is done.
So first down and 10 for Southwestern, leading 24-11. First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Moving from left to right as you look at your radio. It's going to be a running play up the middle. Ball carrier goes into the meat grinder. And the tush push will bring him out to about the 40-yard line. A gain of about 5 yards on that pass play. It looked like a rugby scrum. And it still results in a 5-yard gain for Southwestern. Right now, the Pirates are playing with house money. They've got a double-digit lead, and we're early in the fourth quarter. McMurray's defense has tightened the screws here in the second half of this ball game.
Yeah, they're still doing a decent job against the run game. It's just a few big plays here and there. It's what's hurting them.
Second down and 5 from the 40-yard line for Southwestern. Handoff, left side, ball carrier bangs his way to the 43-yard line. So it'll bring up a third down and 2 situation for Southwestern. Right now, Southwestern with that double-digit lead and absolutely positively no hurry whatsoever. They want as much time to elapse off that clock as they can and really put the pressure on McMurray's offense, which just has not been able to get anything going. They had a little spark there on that previous drive, but then ran out of gas.
Yeah, they've moved the ball well on offense. They just can't seem to capitalize on some key third downs.
So third down and 2 now for Southwestern from their own 43-yard line. Sims in at quarterback, moving from left to right, running play up the middle, bounces. He's got the first down and more to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. He's upended at the McMurray 39-yard line. Not before he's got a huge first down for Southwestern, and making that tackle, Dylan Davis, the former Cooper Cougar. But that running back banged over that right side, and he had the afterburners on.
He had a full steam ahead of him, so Dylan Davis, give him credit for making that tackle.
So it's a first down and 10 for Southwestern at the 39-yard line of McMurray. 12:50 left to go in the ball game. 13-point lead for the Pirates at 24-11 over McMurray. Ball on the near hash mark. Single wide receivers out wide to each sideline. 3 down linemen for McMurray. Handoff to Phillips up the middle. Slices his way to about the 35-yard line. Gain of 4 on that carry. Makes it second down and 6 now for Southwestern.
We'll just keep running the ball. run play, and then swing pass, run play, run. You can definitely sense a pattern with the Southwestern offense. They've done a good job stopping the run. They just need to stop some of those big plays down the field.
2nd down and 6 for Southwestern at the McMurray 35-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field in relation to the sidelines. Play action. Pass to the far sideline. Deep pass. It's going to be dropped at the 5-yard line. Good coverage there by the Warhawks, and the intended receiver for the Pirates couldn't hang on to the ball. And more importantly, that stops the clock with 12:01 left to go. McMurray right now in a 2-possession game. So 12 minutes left to go. Time's starting to become a factor for the Warhawks.
That was a really well-thrown ball, actually, but Dylan Davis was right there step for step. So props to Dylan Davis for breaking up that pass.
3rd and 6 for the Pirates at the McMurray 35-yard line. McMurray with 3 down linemen. Southwestern will deploy wide receivers, one wide to each sideline. H-back here on the right side. Running play up the middle. Ball carrier going to be tackled short of the 30-yard line. Short of what they needed for the first down. He's a couple of yards shy of what they need for the first down. He tackled to the 32. They needed to get to the 29 of McMurray. So decision time here for the coaching staff of Southwestern.
You attempt a long field goal, or do you just go for it?
Well, they have 3rd down on the downs marker. Now they're flipping it to, it's 4th. It is 4th down, and they're leaving the offense in there. So here's a key play. 4th down gamble by Southwestern. They need 3 yards to pick up the first down to the 29 of McMurray. Mix up in the backfield. No, but the quarterback's going to keep to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. He'll go out of bounds along the near sideline. I thought there was a huge mix-up in the backfield, and the quarterback just kept the ball around the right side, and he picked up a huge first down for Southwestern. If the play stands, they're backing up. Is there a flag? There's a flag here at the 29-yard line.
Calling in the area of holding.
Well, we've had a little... Hold on. I love computers. Go away. All right. We're still having a discussion here.
They waved it off.
No flag.
They waved off the penalty. So a huge gainer there for Southwestern. Down to the 15-yard line of McMurray. That was a huge play for Southwestern. Nobody has scored anything here in the second half. It's 24-11 at halftime. It's still 24-11 with 11:13 left to go here in the ball game.
Like you said, he had everybody fooled. I thought there was like the disruption in the backfield. I thought they had him stopped dead to rights. And he pulls around the corner there, and he had the ball the whole time.
Good play by Southwestern. They're knocking on the door to get some more points and get more separation between themselves and the Warhawks. Handoff left side. Ball carrier gets to the 15-yard line, but there he'll be wrapped up on the play immediately. Good defensive stop there by the Warhawks. Helping to make that tackle, there's going to be Dylan Davis, the former Cooper Cougar. It'll be a gain of about 2 yards on that running play. Ball carrier for Southwestern. This is Williams, number 2. It'll be a gain of a couple of yards. But they do have the ball in the red zone of McMurray. More importantly, they're eating up a lot of time. Just over 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. And they lead 24-11 over McMurray. Sims, the quarterback, hands off to Williams. This time he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, the right defensive end from McMurray came crashing in to bring the ball carrier down for a loss on the play. And helping to make that stop for the Warhawks, that's going to be Cole Reha. He's had a good game at linebacker for the Warhawks. Now the new line of scrimmage is back here at the 17-yard line, Chad. It's going to be 3rd down for Southwestern. And like we said, they're in absolutely no hurry whatsoever with a 2-possession lead in this ball game at 24-11 over McMurray. Quarterback takes the snap, looking. He's going to be sacked back here at the 22-yard line. McMurray wrapped him up like something from Subway. And so that's going to be a huge loss on the play. The quarterback was looking to the right side, and then he was brought down on the play, a sack by the Warhawks, and now a field goal try as Lanham checks into the ball game for Southwestern.
They can miss this field goal or block it or keep them from scoring there.
This is going to be a 39-yard field goal try. Ball over on the far hash mark. He is a right-footed kicker. Clock is rolling with just over 9 minutes left to go here in the ball game. The snap, the spot, the kick is on its way, and the kick is going to be good. Southwestern gets a field goal from Lanham to up their lead. That's the first time we've had any scoring at all here in the second half of this ball game. And the new score with 8:53 left to go. Southwestern now leading McMurray 27-11. And Warhawk football returns in a moment on the Patriot.
This is McMurray Warhawk football with David Bacon and Chad Kirkland on 101.7 The Patriot.
Doctors and nurses are the foundation of health, but it takes people from all different backgrounds, experience, and education with unique talents and skills to fulfill our mission of providing high-quality health care, emphasizing excellence and compassion consistent with the healing ministry that we respect. Join our team of educators, nurses, accountants, pharmacists, environmental service techs, transporters, and more. Be part of something that matters. Be part of the mission. Apply today at hendrickhealth.org.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is every single time you take a bite, you know you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches. There's no touch.
Number 14, Casey O'Shields on the red line.
Back to McMurray
There is a
Warhawk
flag on the play.
on 101.7 The Patriot.
Welcome back to Wilford Moore Stadium. Kickoff return by Cason O'Shields gets the ball. Apparently, we've got a flag down as the officials are talking down here at the 15-yard line. And 27-11 is our new score after Southwestern, as a penalty will be called against McMurray for an illegal block in the back. And now the Warhawks, trailing by 16 points in this ball game, will start this drive back inside their own 7-yard line with 8:44 left to go. Well, you know, it's been since 2015 since the Warhawks won a season opener, and that was when they beat East Texas Baptist in Marshall. And so that streak is right now in jeopardy of continuing, to the dismay of the Warhawks. Jess Hull standing back here at the 1-yard line of the shotgun formation awaiting the snap. Hull, deep drop, wants to throw across the middle of the field. Pass complete to the 25, to the 30, out to the 33-yard line. Good reception there for the Warhawks. And, boy, they get out of a hole in a hurry. Great pass to the near sideline. That's going to be Chandler who made the catch. And the Warhawks gain on the play nearly 30 yards on that pass completion. That might be one of the biggest plays of the night for the Warhawks in terms of yardage that they've gained. They have a first down and 10 at the 33-yard line. Hull awaiting the snap in the shotgun formation. Swings the ball out right side, and the receiver goes out of bounds over on the far side of the field to the vicinity of the 40-yard line. Stops the clock with 8:08 showing here in the fourth quarter. 27-11, McMurray trailing Southwestern.
Yeah, on that last play, Chandler ran a crossing route. Joel found him, going across the middle, and that was a huge play.
From the 39-yard line, Hull keeps after faking the handoff. Now he's still running with the ball. Jess Hull takes off, and he's got a lane. And he'll get out close to the 45-yard line. A gain on that play should be enough for the first down. It is a first down, as the Warhawks now playing with some urgency as they're trailing by 16 points in this ball game.
That will bring up another.
And they've got a first down and 10 now at the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line. Warhawks moving from right to left as you look at your radio. 3 wide receivers out wide to the right side. Slot formation with 2 receivers out wide to the left. Hull with a deep drop looking, dumps it off, pass complete. This is Cason O'Shields, but he's going to lose a yard or two back to the 42-yard line. It was a crossing pattern. Shields made the catch, but good coverage there by Southwestern to bring him down actually for a 2-yard loss on the play. Now the Warhawks hurriedly get back up to the line of scrimmage, facing a second down and 12 from their own 42-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. And now
False start.
Another false start. Boy, the penalties. Wow, Jordan Neal, his anxiety rate is going to be absolutely through the roof. And once he sees the number of penalties that the Warhawks committed here tonight.
Yeah, you may not want to hand him the stat sheet on that.
or hand it to him on one of those sticks or something.
Yeah, very carefully.
Well, another penalty against the Warhawks. That backs them up to the 36-yard line. Makes it second down and long now. Pass is going to be caught along the near sideline. Great jumping catch by Thomas Chandler, and that will be enough for the first down. Oh, just a little bit short of what they need for the first down. And the receiver who makes the catch bounces right up. The defender who made the tackle is hurt along the near sideline for Southwestern.
Chandler did a great job going up the sideline, coming back to the ball, making that catch for a huge gain.
Injury on the play.
It appears he might be having a cramp here. They're working on his leg.
He took Thomas Chandler's not a small guy. He took a pretty good shot there.
It is a first down for the Warhawks to the 46-yard line of Southwestern. 6:37 showing on the fourth quarter clock here. And next week we'll be back with you again at 6, only for the road game at Hardin-Simmons, as we use air quotes for that. 5:40 pregame, 6 o'clock kickoff at Shelton Stadium, as the Warhawks will play their crosstown rival. And then McMurray will hit the road, really will hit the road for a game at Montgomery, Alabama in week 3 of the season when they play the Huntington Hawks. First time those two schools have ever played one another. And now the defensive back for Southwestern, it was a cramp. He's moving off the field underneath his own power. Making that long run from the near sideline over to the sideline over on the far side for Southwestern. Well, McMurray was trying to get a couple of jinxes off their back. You know, the lack of success in season openers, the lack of success against Southwestern. So I'm sure there's going to be some frustrated people once they get to looking at this film. I bet some of them start looking at it tonight. First down and 10 for the 46-yard line. Hull, swing pass complete. This is Chandler, makes a nice catch at the 45, gets to the 40-yard line, maybe to the 39. That was an interesting setup play along the near sideline, and it does gain a nice chunk of yardage for McMurray. They'll put the ball at the 40-yard line of Southwestern.
Chandler does a good job at coming back to the ball, using his hands and pulling it in. So good job tonight by Thomas Chandler.
Gain of 6 on that pass play makes it second down and 4 for the Warhawks. 6:07 left to go, clock rolling. McMurray with the ball in Pirate territory at the 40-yard line along the near hash mark. Pitch to the left side, and the running back from McMurray goes out of bounds along the near sideline. That's Burton, who took the direct option pitch and does gain positive yardage. They're going to spot him inside the, well, they're still working on where they're going to put it down at the 33-yard line. I thought it was maybe inside the 30, but it's the 33. But nonetheless, it's a first down. Hull in the shotgun formation, awaiting the snap. Joined in the backfield by Graylin Burton. Double slot formation with 2 wide receivers out wide to each sideline with the ball on the near hash mark. Hull throws down the middle of the field. He's got a man there. Making the catch is Thomas Chandler, and he's inside the 5-yard line. Post pattern there, and the Warhawks got a first and goal inside the 5-yard line.
Another beautiful route there by Chandler, that post route, creating separation, and Hull finds Brown across the middle there to set up first and goal here.
5:10 left to go, fourth quarter of the ball game, 27-11, Southwestern with the lead, but the Warhawks knocking on the touchdown door with a first and goal at the north end of Wilford Moore Stadium. Running play left side, ball carrier on the left, gains inside to about maybe the 3-yard line. McMurray's got to score in a hurry right now. Looking at the timeout situation, McMurray has got maybe 2 timeouts left. Hurley up to the line of scrimmage, facing a second and goal inside the 5-yard line at the north end of Wilford Moore Stadium. Hull throws, touchdown. McMurray, the tight end, makes the reception. That's Rhett Butler. He was wide open on the left side, and the Warhawks get the first touchdown pass of the year for Jess Hull, and they cut the Southwestern lead to 27-17. Now, it looks like the Warhawks are going to go for 2 here, as they're trailing by now 10 points in the ball game.
Great
if they get
play
this
call there.
Yeah, they get the 2 here, then it's still a 1-possession ball game. But they got to get the 2. They had a 2 earlier on a crazy play.
First case of no shields.
Yeah, but it worked. Man in motion on the right side is Thomas Chandler. The snap is picked up by Hull after he momentarily fumbled it, running for his life. Now he throws in the right corner. Is he in for the two-pointer?
It is.
I believe he is.
He got it. Another.
Thomas Chandler in the corner of the end zone. Wow. McMurray has had 2 phenomenal two-point conversion plays in this ball game.
Who thought two-point conversions could be so exciting, David?
And in both instances, McMurray's playmaker is running for his life. You know, when Casey O'Shields did it, it was because of a bad snap. He had to pick it up, and he was able to maneuver his way in. In this case, Hull's running for his life, trying to elude tacklers, and then just sort of puts up a prayer that's answered in the right corner of the end zone.
And that was a great play call down here. First and goal, play action, finds the tight end in the back of the end zone, wide open, and then scores a 2-point. We're at a one-possession game, David.
That's right, 27-19 with 4:33 left to go, and the McMurray defense, which has played well, especially here in the second half of this ball game. McMurray seemingly has finally come to life a little bit, but I don't know. I hope it's not too late in this ball game, but at least they're showing some signs of life and some spark that was frankly missing for most of the first 3 quarters of this ball game.
They got to be happy with that last possession. Lots of good rhythm there, lots of good completions, and hopefully they can do that again if they get the ball back.
McMurray kicking off from the south 35-yard line after scoring on the Jess Hull touchdown pass, and then the 2-point conversion that was good. Return man is Phillips across the 15 to the 20 to the 25, goes out of bounds along the near sideline at about the 30-yard line of the Southwestern Pirates. So once again, the McMurray defensive unit, which is, the old cliche is the rubber band defense. They have bent, but they have not broken. But they've only allowed 3 points in the second half of this ball game. They've done their part.
Absolutely have done their part. They've gotten good penetration, and they just have a few plays that they've, had busted downfield, but definitely good play up front by the defensive line and the linebackers. Big series here for the Warhawks.
Defensively, they really have got to make a stop here and get that ball back. 4:27 left to go, and the crowd is back in the ball game too. That's another positive. First down and 10 for the Pirates at their own 30-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. 3 down linemen defensively for the Warhawks. Running play right side, and Williams gets to about the 34-yard line before he's tackled on the play. Making the tackle for the Warhawks, I believe that's going to be Reha. Yes, it is, from his linebacker position. A gain of 4 makes it 2nd down and 6. The new line of scrimmage is the 34-yard line of Southwestern. They're moving from left to right as you look at your radio, or from north to south here at Wilfred Moore Stadium on a surprisingly calm, cool night for early September. 2nd down and 6. Southwestern from his own 34-yard line. Shotgun formation, single set back behind the quarterback. 3 down linemen defensively for the Warhawks. Another running play. Williams is hit hard. Nowhere to go with that ball. And helping to make that tackle with the initial penetration is Jackson Harris from his defensive end position. Now it's 3rd down and 6. No gain at all on that play.
Yes, Jackson Harris came flying in there, and Southwestern had nowhere to go.
So 3rd and 6, clock rolling with 3:25 left to go. And the crowd from McMurray now really getting into the ball game. After being silent for a big chunk of this ball game, with the Warhawks showing some signs of life now.
Big play right here.
Quarterback, ball awaiting the snap, ball in the middle of the field in relation to the sidelines. They're going to throw the deep pass downfield. He's got a man there, and he dropped the ball at the 25-yard line. That would have been an easy 6 for Southwestern. He had 2 or 3 steps on the McMurray defender, but it's off his hands, incomplete, and McMurray can breathe a huge sigh of relief. They get the ball back with 2:59 left to go and lots of momentum here at Wilfred Moore Stadium.
They dodged a huge bullet right there, David. Not only that, it stops the clock.
Bingo. Good point. And McMurray, well, they don't have anybody back yet to receive the punt. This is interesting. Maybe they're going for the block here. They get off the kick. It's going to land
into it's going to be a touchback.
Touchback. Okay, well, they went for the block, and the kicker for Southwestern boomed it. He was able to get it off. So McMurray will start with the 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 2:50 left to go in the ball game. 27-19, Southwestern with the lead, as the Warhawks are finally starting to show those signs of spark that we frankly anticipated at 6 o'clock. But maybe it's not too late to pull this one out. But it is a one-possession game. They're going to have to get that touchdown and then be successful on a two-point conversion, and they've been successful on two-point conversions tonight.
That's a surprising play call there by Southwestern to throw it downfield, because you risk not only the, not making the play, but you stop the clock as well.
Well, McMurray is the happy recipient of that incomplete pass. Hull awaiting the snap of the shotgun formation. Throws to the near sideline. Pass complete across the 20 to the 25. Going down the near sideline. He's going to be close for first down yardage. That's Hedrick Williams coming out of the backfield. Makes the reception. That will be enough for the... Well, he's going to be just a little bit short of what they need for the first down. It'll be second down and less than one needed for the first down at the 29-yard line. 2:43 left to go here in the ball game. Warhawks with the ball at their own 29-yard line, moving from right to left with the ball on the near hash mark. Hull dumps it off across the middle, and the pass is going to be complete to the 35, to the 40. That's going to be Chandler with the catch, and that's a first down for the Warhawks. Thomas Chandler, junior from Waco, makes the reception and moves the sticks.
Chandler does a fantastic job creating separation, and you can't teach that sometimes, and he does a fantastic job of creating separation, coming back to the ball and making some big catches.
First down and 10 for the Warhawks. Little pitch to the left side. Ball carrier is able to cut up. That's going to be Tedrick Williams, and he turned nothing into something. That was a 5-yard gain on a play, and we have now hit the 2-minute timeout. Our score remains Southwestern 27, McMurray 19, and Warhawk football returns in a moment on the Patriot.
This is McMurray Warhawk football with David Bacon and Chad Kirkland on 101.7 The Patriot.
Hey, Abilene, it's Michael Schultz with Lawrence Hall Collision Center right here in Abilene. I want to say a big thank you to all our friends here in the Big Country for many years of support. We continue to offer full collision repair for all makes and models of vehicles. We also work with all insurance companies. Our focus and commitment will always be providing top quality repairs, and our mission is to keep you and your kids safe as we get you back in your vehicle. We are a nationally certified repair facility, so the next time you have an unexpected encounter in your vehicle, come see us at Lawrence Hall Collision Center. We'll be there to help. Call us at 325-695-4442 or see us at 200 North Flat Street.
I'm Eric Logan with Emotion Entertainment, the West Texas choice for high-quality professional mobile entertainment services. From event disc jockey and master of ceremonies to elegant casino party services from right here in Abilene. Let Emotion Entertainment partner with you to create a custom, one-of-a-kind event. Contact us today to schedule your no-cost consultation with an industry professional. Remember, if it's worth celebrating, it's worth doing right. EmotionEntertainment.net.
McMurray Warhawk football on 101.7 The Patriot.
Welcome back to Wilford Moore Stadium on the campus of McMurray University. 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Jess Hull chased, still has the ball, still looking. Now he throws downfield. Pass is going to be incomplete over on the far side of the field. And that stops the clock now with 1:51. He did make the catch.
He did make the catch.
Wow.
Casey Shields came back to the ball, made the catch, tiptoed on the sideline there for a good game.
It is a first down to the 40-yard line. So the Warhawks finally have got the offense going here, that they trail by 8 points. But they have a first down and 10 at the 40-yard line. 3 wide receivers out wide to the left side. Hull swings the ball out left side. Pass is going to be incomplete. Pass was intended, a little screen pass to the left side, intended apparently for Burton, but the pass is incomplete. Stops the clock, gives us a chance to catch our breath with 1:23 left to go in the ball game. Well, the Warhawks have come to life here in the fourth quarter. Were they able to get going with enough time? We'll find out. 3 wide receivers out wide to the left side on what is going to be a second down and 10 play from the 40-yard line of Southwestern. Burton in the backfield along with Jess Hull. Single wide receiver out wide to the right, which is the short side of the field. Ball over on that far hash mark. Hull wants to throw. Pass downfield. Pass is going to be incomplete. Might have been tipped by one of the Pirates. And so that now brings up 3rd down and 10. And the clock is stopped with 1:19 left to go.
That was definitely batted at the line of scrimmage there. Never had a chance.
Now to pick up the first down, the Warhawks have got to get to the 30-yard line, inside the 30-yard line of Southwestern. So that ball over on the far hash mark. So the sidelines to Hull's right, wide side of the field to his left. Burton in the backfield along with Hull. 3 wide receivers out wide to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Hull looking to the left side, in trouble, unloads the ball. It's going to be incomplete. He was feeling pressure, got the ball off. He was about a millisecond away from being sacked on the play. And now it comes down to this play for the Warhawks. They'll have a 4th down and 10 at the 40-yard line, and the clock is stopped with 1:14 left to go in the game.
All comes down to 4th and 10 here, David.
Now, that was good pressure by Southwestern, and Jess Hull felt the pressure, barely got that pass off before he would have been hit with, he would have been sacked. And now a timeout called by head coach Jordan Neal along the near sideline to figure out what they're going to do here on this 4th down and 10 play. Members of Jordan Neal's staff include the offensive line and assistant head coach Matt Doobie, defensive coordinator Corey Washington, offensive passing game coordinator, that's Mark Raup, K.J. Kelly, Leo Brownfield, along with Raul Gomez and Marcus Williams, the staff this year for the Warhawks, as this is the start of the 2025 season. Warhawks got off to a slow start tonight, trying to come to life here, but now facing this 4th down and 10 play, trailing by 8 points to Southwestern.
What you want to tell your receivers here is you want to get to the sticks. You want to get to the sticks because it's 4th down. Anything short of that, game over. So you're telling your receivers, hey, when you run your routes, make sure you get to the 1st down marker or beyond. Otherwise, it's game over even if you make the catch.
Well, it has been an exciting ball game for the Warhawks. And hats off for them being frustrated all night long to at least make a gallant effort here in the final seconds of this ball game to try to pull it out. And it comes down to this play from McMurray. 4th down and 10 at the 40-yard line of Southwestern. We have 1:14 left to go in this ball game. Warhawks have 1 timeout remaining here in the second half. Hull in the shotgun formation awaiting the snap. Deep drop. Looks, steps up, now throws downfield. Pass is caught. Oh, it's dropped it. Oh, Cason O'Shields had it at the 20-yard line and could not hang on. And on top of that, he landed funny, and now he's limping off the field. Oh, I thought they had it there, and he is so mad he just slammed his helmet onto the turf at the 20-yard line as he runs off the field. And the ball goes over to Southwestern.
It's like his knee. Oh, twisted his knee.
Well, he almost came down with a circus catch. And so McMurray, I think, has got 1 timeout remaining. They trail 27-19 with now 1:08 left to go in this ball game. Well, the Warhawks,
like you said, you got to give them credit for fighting and putting themselves right back in this ball game.
And and part of the battle in the first half was they were fighting themselves as much as Southwestern. And they finally were able to get something going. So even though
something to build on.
Yeah. And you have Hardin Simmons next week. Nationally ranked Hardin Simmons. They were playing their opener in California tonight against Chapman. And the quarterback takes a knee at the 30-yard line. Southwestern letting the clock roll right now. I think McMurray, I thought they had maybe 1 timeout remaining, but Jordan Neal is not going to use it. He's got his hands on his hips down here. It was a disappointing start for the Warhawks. They got off to a really slow start and never really started coalescing until the 4th quarter of this ball game. In the 4th quarter, they came to life. But by then, Southwestern had a lead that McMurray just could never catch up on, and mistakes upon mistakes in those first 3 quarters really hurting the Warhawks in the long run. And the snap, quarterback goes down on a knee again, and that will be the ball game. As the clock is winding down, and Jordan Neal is already halfway out to the hash mark to go congratulate Bill Kreisel, as Southwestern once again continues its mastery of the McMurray Warhawks. Since this series resumed, McMurray's only won 1 time out of the 10 meetings between these two schools since Southwestern brought football back. And the Warhawks Also have to go all the way back to 2015 for the last time they won a season opener. As the clock is winding down, our final score, Southwestern 27, McMurray 19. We'll have our look at the final game stats and our thoughts with Warhawk football. With the postgame show continues next here on The Patriot.
And McMurray University thanks you for your attendance. Please drive home safely. The Warhawks travel across town next Saturday to take on Hart Simmons at 1 p.m. Be sure to attend and pack Shelton Stadium with maroon.
Hey, my name is Justice, and the little thing I love about Chick-fil-A Nugget Trays is when it's time for football season, the time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it.